Today's best love story is The Ugly Duckling, adapted by Elizabeth Olsen, illustrated by John Manders. One fine spring day, a mother duck sat on her nest at the edge of a pond. Although the day was bright and fresh, the mother duck was tired. She had spent most of the spring sitting on her eggs. Finally, they began to crack. One by one, 3 little yellow ducklings tumbled out of their shells. Peep, 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 they called to the world. Quack, 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 answered the mother duck. The mother admired her new family. But what was this? The largest egg had not yet hatched. With a sigh, the mother duck sat back down on her last egg. The mother duck waited, and she waited, and she waited. Finally, the egg cracked. A big gray baby bird popped out of the shell. Peep, 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 said the baby bird. Quack, 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 said the mother duck. She was very surprised. This duck did not look like its brothers or sisters. The baby waddled through the grass. He was clumsy. His legs looked too small for his body. You sure are an odd duckling, said the mother. Still, I love you just the same as the others. The next day, the mother duck took her little ones to the pond. The ducklings jumped into the water one at a time. They paddled their feet and swam. Even the big gray duckling swam. See how well he uses his legs and holds his head, said the mother duck. In a way, he is handsome. The proud mother duck took all her ducklings to the farmyard. Follow me, she told them. Stay in line and say quack. All the ducklings obeyed, including the big gray duckling. In the farmyard, the other ducks pointed at the big gray duckling and called him names. Look at the ugly duckling, they laughed. Leave him alone, said the mother duck. He may be a bit large and gray, too, but he is handsome in his own way. But the farmyard ducks did not leave the gray duckling alone. Ugly duckling, look at the ugly duckling, they sang. The big gray duckling hung his head. He was very sad. Come along, children, said the mother duck. The ducklings lined up behind their mother. Quack, quack, said the yellow ducklings. The gray duckling was quiet. The mother duck and her ducklings waddled back to the pond. The big gray duckling walked behind the others. No one likes me, he said. I am just an ugly duckling. The mother duck stopped at the pond's edge. Quack, 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 she called. The yellow ducklings jumped into the water. The mother duck stopped the ugly duckling. Don't let the farmyard ducks bother you, she said. You are beautiful in your own way. Someday everyone will see that. Do you really think so? Said the ugly duckling, raising his lowered head. Yes, I do. Now join the others, she said, encouraging him with a quick quack. The ugly duckling jumped into the water. His mother's words made him feel warm inside. Maybe he wouldn't always be an ugly duckling. He paddled his strong legs. He was a good swimmer and soon passed all the other ducklings. Before realizing what he had done, the ugly duckling had crossed the pond. On the other side, he looked around for his mother and the others, but did not see them. The little duckling swam and swam. He could not find his mother. Woof, 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 barked a dog. Bzz, bzz, bzz. A dragonfly flew from the grasses. Woof, 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 barked the dog again. The dog snapped at the dragonfly. The dragonfly flew up high and landed on a leaf. The curious dog sniffed it. 2 feet away, the ugly duckling hid in the tall grasses. He stood very still. He was afraid. Then, with a shake of its tail, the dog ran away. The ugly duckling was alone. The ugly duckling stayed near the pond all summer. Every day he swam in the water and waited for his mother. Soon the air became cooler and the leaves turned yellow and brown. The ugly duckling saw a flock of elegant white birds fly overhead. The ugly duckling wished he could follow them. He was too small. When the water started to freeze and the air was cold, the ugly duckling left the pond. He waddled until he saw a cozy farmhouse. The ugly duckling jumped onto the window ledge and peered inside. He saw a warm fire and a tiny pond of water. The ugly duckling walked into the warm house and jumped into the little pond. The water felt so good, he decided he would wait for his mother there. The farmer's wife heard a splish. The farmer's wife heard a splash. Splish, splash. The farmer's wife heard something in the bathtub. What on earth? She asked. Why is there a duck in the bathtub? The farmer's wife scared the ugly duckling. He flapped his wings. Water flew up in the air. Slish! Water spilled on the floor. Slosh! Slish, slosh. There was water everywhere. The farmer's wife shouted and grabbed her broom. Swoosh! She chased the ugly duckling out the door. The sad, ugly duckling was alone again. Outside, the air was cold. The ugly duckling wrapped his little wings around himself and slept. In his dreams, he swam across blue waters and felt the golden sunshine. Finally, spring had arrived. The ugly duckling lifted his neck and stretched his wings. He walked to the pond. In the water, he saw an elegant white bird. I am sorry to bother you, said the ugly duckling, but may I swim here with you? Silly swan, answered a frog. You are talking to your own reflection. I'm not a swan, the ugly duckling said. And I thought only the goose was silly, the frog said with a laugh. Look again. Everyone, even you, can see that you, my friend, are a beautiful swan. The ugly duckling looked again. The frog was right. He had beautiful white feathers. He had a beautiful, graceful neck. He had beautiful, long wings. He was not an ugly duckling. 2 more swans swam toward him. Are you lost? They asked. I am waiting for my mother, he said. Come wait with us. We can swim together, they said. The beautiful swan smiled. He was proud. He was happy. He made his first new friend. The end.